Welcome to Protecting Innocence. I'm Pastor Donovan Larkins, and we're going to share with you from a biblical view, but from also a world view of what's going on in our world. Child molesters and sexual predators are growing daily. The sex offender registry is growing in some parts of the country 40% a year. There are close to 800,000 registered sex offenders in the United States of America. Pedophiles are lobbying to legalize sex with children daily in Washington, D.C. Why would our government entertain pedophiles to gain legalization and in spite of the fact that they're hurting children? Several organizations estimate over 500,000 children will be born this year, and they will be sexually abused before they turn 18 if we do not prevent it. So here's the deal. Today's word of protection is scrutinize. Yes, scrutinize. Today's liberal society wants to tell us that to scrutinize is to be unloving, to scrutinize is to be, unchristian. Let me give you a definition of scrutinize. Scrutinize means to examine or inspect closely and thoroughly. Customers were warned to scrutinize the small print. That's an example of what scrutinize is. And today I'm letting you know that parents, you are your child's number one defense against child molesters. That means you have to do your job. That means you have to really step up your parenting. And so today's word for you parents is scrutinize. Scrutinize the relationships that your children have. Scrutinize those adults and children that seek to be in your children's life. Scrutinize. Examine, determine whether or not they're good for your children or not. Sexual predators are not going to come out, child molesters are not going to come out and say, I'm a child molester. So therefore, you have to do your job. Effective parenting will scrutinize the relationships that you have in your life. You will scrutinize the relationships that are in your children's life. What kind of relationships? Well, a coach. Scrutinize that relationship. And I say scrutinize it to the point, if necessary, that it will be like a thorn pricking that relationship, because then you'll get to know what the true nature of it is. Don't ignore the obvious. I have a policy in my life. When someone shows me who they are, believe it. And so many children could have been prevented the pain of victimization if they just had a parent or parents visiting the school on a semi-regular basis. Asking the neighbor, can I come and visit you because your son or your daughter is spending time with my daughter or my son. Walking into someone's home, you can really size up what kind of lifestyle they live. The computer. Scrutinize what your children are watching on the computer. Scrutinize the kind of relationships they say they have on Facebook. Scrutinize is today's word of insight and authority. Now listen to this. Your child's teachers, coaches, scrutinize them. Let them know you will be evaluating their relationship with your children. Without scrutiny, a person can go bad and you won't even know it. That means someone can be good today and then decide that they want to feed off of pornography at night, and then your child ends up being the victim. So, scrutinize. Scrutiny is our word today. Parents, your relationship and your protection over your children is their number one defense against child molesters. This is not a joke. Child molesters are penetrating every avenue of our society. Church. Watch what church you go to, because let me tell you something. When you let down your guard and when you let down your defense, the molester will be there. Be well. Be safe.